I know Mariah has a bunch of really cool stories about like paranormal things that she's experienced. And if you want to share those, because I've been there for some of it.
You want to start with that one?
Yeah.
Okay. You can like chime in too if you want. So this year my grandmother passed away, and Heath and I went to her funeral, and we're sitting at the funeral, and we had like martini glasses because she loved martinis.
It was the wake, right?
Yeah, it was the wake. So we're sitting in the room with my grandma, and in her apartment, we have like a security camera inside so we can keep an eye on her. So all the aunts and uncles have an app where they can like watch my grandma and her dog in case anything were to happen. Yeah. So when she passed, obviously they cleaned up the apartment, they shut the camera off, whatever. Yeah. My aunts and uncles are like up by the coffin and just like hanging out with Graham. And all the cousins are sitting in the chairs, and all of a sudden we hear like barking. And we're like, what the hell is that? And we're all like looking around, and my uncle pulls out his phone, and the app notification for the camera popped up on his phone. So he clicked on it. He goes, the camera's shut off though. Like we don't use the cameras anymore. Like it's shut off.
And how long has it been shut off for?
Days,
yeah.
Okay.
But it was as he walked up to go say goodbye.
He went up to Graham and he looked at it, and it was my grandma's dog barking in the apartment because we left her in the apartment. We were going to come back for her. So the fact that she was barking and nobody was there, like she does, it's very rare. Like she doesn't really bark. So she was barking, number one. Number two, the camera was turned on. We're all trying to figure out how the hell this is happening. And then the martini glass falls off of the table. And then we all like turn and we're like, what the hell is going on? Like it was just like one thing after the other. It was like really, really strange.
Boom, boom.
The glass was sitting on like a table. Like nobody was near it.
We
like,
were all sitting. We were all seated.
Just like, oh yeah, the glass fell. Like no, it was
a table and a martini glass.
Like nothing would have caused it to fall.
Right.
At all. And it wasn't just like tip.
Like it was like flew.
Boom.
Yeah.
Like it happened so fast. Like we all just like froze and we're just sitting there like, you guys just saw that, right?
I think Grandma's drinking.
Literally.
I think she's here.
Grandma wants a refill.
Yeah, she wants a refill.
Literally.
Top
That's what
her
we
off.
thought. Like then we all just started laughing. Like it was
strange.
so
Wow.
It was strange, but it was so funny. We were like, this what like
And of course
classic
it would
Graham.
happen in this moment because she's like right there.
Yeah.
And like just everything is here.
I was
was
gonna
crazy.
say
That was the most like paranormal thing I've ever felt. Like that was like, I took a second and I was like, hold on.
Yeah.
But that's good though that you can still take it as like a thing of comfort. Like you're with your grandma. This is how she would like, oh my God, this is so her. Like ha ha ha. It's funny.
We loved
like
it.
You loved it.
Like
I love
when
that.
like my whole life my grandma always told us, she was like, when I die, like I just want a pizza party. Like don't take it seriously, like all this stuff. So like the martini glass falling, like we all just kind of like were laughing about it. And then we had pizza like every day that week. Like we went out when we went to Staten Island for the funeral.
Yeah.
We all, as a family, went out to eat. Like all like 50 of us went out to eat for pizza like the next 3 days together.
That's
it was
so funny.
it was like someone was getting married. Like music, like laughing, like just
it's because
shots.
that's what she would have wanted.
Right, exactly.
You
It was
do what
nice.
she wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have another story that doesn't tie into it, but it's very similar. So at my cousin's house, there were 3 elderly people, my grandma being one of them.
Yeah.
At the house, they were just hanging out, they were drinking, having a good time, and they were talking about all the old people were complaining about like life is this and this is stupid, like complaining about like growing old people talk. Right. And the one said, oh, I have a poem about this that talks about life and it's really funny, it ties into this, let me go get it. So she goes, she grabs the poem, she comes back, and she doesn't speak very good English, she's Italian. So she told my oldest cousin, she was like, can you read it? Like, read it out loud, stand at the head of the table, like, it'll be fun. Like, let's just read it. So she's reading this poem. It's like this really long poem. She's reading it, and the whole poem is like basically what they were talking about, like complaining about life. And then at the end, it's like, but you have to celebrate life. That was basically it. Celebrate life. And they're all sitting at one end of the table. Celebrate life. She said, as soon as she finished that last word, she said the last word, everybody started clapping. The second people started clapping at the end, the champagne bottle at the end of the table pops.
What?
And then a wine glass falls over.
The clap started and boom, this bottle of champagne popped off at the total other end of the table where no one was sitting. And at the same exact time, a champagne glass that was not next to it, it was like in the middle of the table, but again, no one was next to the glass, fell down.
And we have this on video.
It's on video?
Yeah.
What? Like, it's on video?
So they have like security camera in the kitchen.
Oh, get the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
Do you have it right now?
Yeah, I have
Never get
it.
shit like this with
my
stories.
God, you have it.
Yeah.
That's that story is like pretty crazy. I just can't believe we have a video with
I
this.
know.
Guys, obviously we're watching this video together for the first time. If you guys want to see this, which I think is fucking crazy, you have to go on and we'll go on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Zane Heath. Watch it with us because this is fucking insane. I've never
excited.
I've never seen any video attached to someone personally. You know, I've seen shit on the internet, and you can't believe it half the time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I've seen so many videos of like paranormal stuff where things are falling off the wall, but then I'm like, I just don't believe anything that I see anymore.
Exactly how I imagined it. The way it
that
looks.
Scene.
I imagined it just like that.
You could see my grandma start to clap and then it'll pop. There's a full video and then they zoom into it. So you might not see it the first video, but there's a zoom in of it.
Okay.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, I just got goosebumps. Yo, what the fuck?
Look at them
That doesn't
checking
make
it out.
sense why that glass fell.
They're all checking out what kind of champagne this is. What the hell did we buy?
Can you rewind that, Mariah?
Did they notice
we
that
actually-
again? That's
we need to
weird.
study this. Like, that makes no fucking sense.
Pop.
What the fuck? Goosebumps.
That's
Look at
really
that.
weird.
Listen, I've been a bartender years back in the day. I've never seen a champagne bottle really go off like that without any movement or shaking it or anything like that. And there was none of that. No one was shaking the table. Nobody shook the bottle. The bottle wasn't warm before or anything like that to cause like it to, I don't know, pop off. Nothing. I don't know. And then the champagne glass, that's the other thing. It was crystal. That thing fell on wood. That thing would crack and shatter into a million pieces. You know how many times I broke a glass? Forget it. Joe's always yelling at me. But that thing fell in the middle of the table without any movement and didn't even break. It was like a slow motion fall at the same time at the pop.
There's nobody around. There's nothing happening.
And the cork to be popping at, like, that's very bizarre.
Wait a fucking second. Oh my God. You guys are going to forget what I'm seeing right now.
What?
Mariah, you probably don't even see what I'm seeing right now. Heath, I need you to look really closely. Look at the black figure that pushes right here. Look.
Wait,
Do
on
you
the
see
chair?
that?
On the
Whoa.
Do you see that? Look.
It goes
What
across the
is
screen.
that?
Oh, the
It
little
goes
like
across the
black,
screen.
What is that?
black dot that goes
What is
across?
that?
Zane, look at my arm.
It goes.
It goes-
boom.
Oh!
Wait.
Look!
What?
It passes the chair. Look at the black dot that passes the chair right before the cup goes. What is
Wait,
that?
what?
Look on the floor on the right corner.
Oh, there's a dot.
There's a dot. Do you see that dot?
What is
What
that?
the hell is that?
You
though?
see that dot? Look
yeah,
at the
but
dot
what is that?
on the right corner.
But what is
What
that?
is that?
What do you mean keep Zane? That's like
You see that?
yeah.
Do you see that? I don't know.
That's
is that
weird.
what is that?
The room ends right there. That's a wall. There's
Yeah.
nobody sits. Nobody like can.
Oh,
sit there.
it's a wall. There's not like a whole thing
no.
over there.
That's the wall.
Nobody was sitting there. Nobody was on that side.
But look, it's after everyone reacts. Whenever we saw the dot before, when it was going across the screen, it looked like it was literally knocking the glass over, right?
Right.
Yeah.
We
Now it's
see
on
it
the
go.
floor.
Yeah, we see it go across the floor after everybody reacts. So it looks like it like went across the glass, hit the wall, and then scurried across the floor.
But
I
like,
cannot believe your family hasn't seen that yet.
but
know,
like,
I
this
gotta
is
tell
what
her.
happened with the glass at
Right,
her
that's
grandma's
literally-
wake. Like, literally just.
It could have been tied
Is there
together.
any footage that you have
No,
from
not
there?
in
no.
there.
Imagine it was the same like object, like just.
Since my grandma passed, my grandma was the first person I lost, like the closest person that I've lost.
Yeah.
So I feel like every day there's something that I'm like, well, there's Graham, and all the cousins are in a group chat. We're like, this happened today. So our cousin texted us. He has a daughter, Giovanna. She's 1. She has this toy that grandma bought her. And it makes a bunch of different sounds, but it's not motion censored or anything. You have to turn it on, then you can pick all the different sounds. Now, Thomas, my cousin, couldn't be there when she passed away. He was working. So the last conversation that him and his daughter and his wife like had with her was over the phone. This toy will go off randomly, and the only sound that it makes a bunch of different sounds. The only sound it makes is thanks for calling. thanks for calling, over and over again.
Weird.
And it's the toy my grandma gave her, and then the last conversation they had was over the phone. And he feels so bad that like he couldn't be there when she passed away.
That one gives me really.
And still, that's the only sound that it plays.
Yeah, he like texts us. He goes, "I'm gonna record it next time it happens." It plays randomly.
No, I know it plays randomly, but like it only says that sound now.
Like when she's playing with it, she could press any button she wants. It'll play.
When it makes sounds.
When nobody's using it, it'll turn on and it'll say, "Thanks for calling."
But that's also comforting too. It's like it's
right.
it's
no,
the
it's
spirit
nice.
expressing appreciation.
Right. We love it. We do.
That's crazy.
It's really crazy.